So I had these two games and I really don't know which one to play. I mean, I've talked about this one, but I've never really talked about this one. So, let's play the thing. On PS2. Wait! Isaac, don't play Slide 2. Right, you didn't have Slide 2 because you gave me Slide 2. No, Oh, time travel is weird. Okay, but instead, you have to play Final Fantasy X2. Wait, so you want me to play Final Fantasy X2? Right, you have the game right there. Well, I just need to leave. Just play that game, remember. Okay? Do that. Okay. Well, let's just play this one then. Final Fantasy X2. Let's do this.
In position. It's showtime, girls.
Oh no. How can you even start a game like that? A little bit over a year ago, I put this game as number 8 on my top 8 worst best-selling games. And it deserved to be on that list. It sold more than 1 million copies. 1 million too many. Final Fantasy X2. Yes, I pronounce it Final Fantasy X2, not 10-2. X2 just sounds a lot better. Anyways, Final Fantasy X2, the first real sequel to a Final Fantasy game in history, is a dancing simulator. Let's face it, Final Fantasy X wasn't a fantastic RPG, but it sure was a Final Fantasy game with Final Fantasy elements and atmosphere. What I think happened when they were developing the sequel is that they still had access to the game's engine and didn't care about a story. It seems like it was intentionally developed as a way to slap everyone who enjoyed the original game right in the face. You heard me. The unimaginable depths of horror and shame that these scoundrels have tricked you into purchasing are painfully evident from the very beginning. In the opening cinema, we're forced to watch what appears to be none other than High Summoner Yuna. You know, that character from the first game? Well, she's doing her tackiest pop star impersonation with an incredibly stupid song. Honestly, it would be better if she just shut up and put some clothes on. Yuna doesn't just run to get around. She prances like an empty-headed twit, flailing her arms in a stereotypical girly fashion. I kinda feel like she is just ditzy and scandalous on purpose, and I honestly think that that's just stupid. But don't just take my word for it, why don't we have a look at some of the examples of actual in-game dialogue as...
Ow, poop.
Or my favorite...
I don't like your plan. It sucks.
Riku is even worse. She has a bikini top and short shorts. It's not just her appearance. There's something seriously wrong with this girl, as she is always pawing in the air with her hands, sniffing at things, or suddenly popping up from the bottom of the screen like the dog from Duck Hunt. Oh, and then there's Pain, who neatly fills the role of the tough, sarcastic, edgy chick.
Just like me.
Great, so now we got the Valley Girl, the hyperactive Dog Girl, and the sarcastic emo.
Dancin, Yuna, I want to see.
It'll cost you.
One moment.
She's kidding.
What? No dance?
Oh man, this is like something out of a bad dream. Or maybe even the Super Mario Bros. Super Show. It's just missing Captain Lou Albano. Oh wait, never mind. There he is. Thankfully, there is at least one shining ray of light at the end of this dark, cold tunnel. The excellent combat system. I would say that it's just slightly better than Final Fantasy X. Unfortunately, the overpowering atmosphere of girl power completely floods the game. Where Final Fantasy X featured an incredibly strong storyline, okay, maybe it suffered a bit from things here and there, but X2 attempts to do the complete opposite. You'll spend the vast majority of your time with random encounters, boss battles, and what are essentially dopey side quests that have little or nothing to do with the main plot line. What you end up doing is instantly jetting from place to place on the world map using your airship. As soon as you complete the handful of mandatory assignments, you'll advance to the next chapter, where you will then go visit these same places all over again for new, derpier side quests. But I find all this to be rather insulting when so many of these quests are disasterific. This game has embarrassing, downright stupid missions. There is no redeeming value about this game except for the RPG battles, which is just a Final Fantasy X engine, but with dumb attacks and characters. So even that isn't that great. This game completely mocks everything good and well respected about this series. If you're honestly a hardcore Final Fantasy fan and can't take a disappointment, you should stay far, far away from this game.
Well, that's Final Fantasy X2. It's not that great. Huh. Anyways, I wonder what happened to me. Who cares? I'm just gonna play some GameCube.